Since finding the bottom in mid-June, Ether has massively outperformed Bitcoin as investors anticipate a major upgrade to the Ethereum blockchain. Bitcoin hit a low of $17,601 on June 19th and is up around 31% since then as of Friday's trading price, according to CoinDesk data. Ether also hit its recent low on June the 19th at $880.93, but has surged 106% since then. The huge divergence in performance in the two cryptocurrencies come down to one big major factor: a big upgrade in the Ethereum blockchain. Ether is the native cryptocurrency of the Ethereum network. Joining me to discuss this further is Ajibola Akanmo, investment analyst at Nairametrics. Hey, good afternoon, Ajibola. It's good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Great, thank you so much. I hope your day is coming up good, heading to the weekend. Crypto prices are down today, but Ethereum has seen a big jump since June. What do you attribute that to that to?
All right. Interestingly, in the last 24 hours, we've seen a total liquidation of approximately $550 million as Bitcoin fell below, $24,000 to currently trade at around $21,000 at the moment. This happened during the Asian market, and it's turned a flash crash because, Bitcoin basically lost about $1,000 in just 2 hours of trading. And we're also seeing that same, price action of, flash crash in Ethereum, where, Ethereum after hitting 2K is now currently trading below, 1,800 mark. The reason why we're seeing this decline is because of the U.S. Federal Reserve are still in favor of increasing, the interest rate by 75 basis points in August. And, because of, despite this is coming despite the slowdown in the consumer price index. We saw last week that the consumer price index fell from, 9.1% to 8.5%. And it also beat expectations of, 8.7% at that time. And it basically goes to show that, Bitcoin, although a lot of people see Bitcoin as a revolution against government policies, it feels, in terms of macroeconomic news, because these news still weigh heavily on the market. And, when the Fed president and Ajibola stated that he favored the 75 basis point, immediately we saw that sell-off in the market. And, why are we seeing that sell-off right now is because, an interest rate hike that we saw, for example, in June, July, has literally been the reason why the market has been performing very, very badly. We saw Bitcoin fall below $20,000. And if we continue to see that increase in interest rate hike, people are scared and are trying to hedge against the possibility of that interest rate hike. And that's why, we're seeing these dismal prices today.
But can this appreciation of the Ethereum be maintained, or what headwinds do you see in the short to medium term?
Well, like I said before, if you're looking at the comments from the Fed president, we saw the sell-off in the market today. And, the reason we saw that rally initially was because of the Ethereum merge. While it is exciting, to move from a proof of work to a proof of stake consensus mechanism because of, the energy efficiency and carbon footprint that will be, reduced significantly. It does basically means that Ethereum is still going to be more centralized. And, there's a question about its security because proof of work is known for its, very, very strong security. So to the question you're asking me, I believe that there is still some headwinds, of course, that have not been accounted for, such as the macroeconomic factors that we're seeing today and the actions of policymakers. Also, aside from that, aside from the clean energy, like I earlier mentioned, and the potential, for a deflationary token, the merge would make Ethereum a deflationary token. It does not necessarily hold a true reason for a price appreciation because there are other smart contracts that are existing out there like Avalanche, Solana, and the likes that are operating on a proof of stake. And we're not seeing that significant rally in them. So it is more or less like a movement, which is revolutionary, quite all right, but in the actual sense, the value proposition of it is already existing.
Great. So speaking of headwinds in the crypto space, what do you make of the larger than reported number of layoffs at the Cryptocom company? What's happening down in that company? Any idea?
Well, of course, due to the bear market, we've seen a number of layoffs from Coinbase, Cellulose, and so on. And this action is coming from Cryptocom should not necessarily come as a surprise. And it shows that these companies aren't built to, withstand strong foundations or with prolonged bear markets, because we've only been in a bear market for how long? 8 months. And we're seeing this level of layoffs coming out of the gate from these companies that are building the cryptocurrency space. So one thing I will always tell people, especially because Crypto.com is actually a centralized exchange, I would advise people that they open their own private wallets and remove their cryptos off their exchanges, because as the saying goes in the cryptocurrency space, know your keys, know your crypto. It means that, because of the trend that we've been seeing in the market lately, we've seen a lot of decentralized finance spaces and also centralized finance in the cryptocurrency space suspending withdrawals from people, from not able to take out their money from the markets. So I think it's very, very important for people to always move their cryptocurrencies that they buy to their own personal wallet. So that in fact shows ownership of their cryptocurrency wallet.
So, but does that suggest there are more layoffs to come at other exchanges as long as prices remain low at these very levels? Everybody's short of the money, so you got to let go of some stuff.
But yeah, definitely we're going to see these layoffs, especially if prices are still hovering around this level consistently. Like I said before, we've been seeing that streak of centralized and decentralized platforms, suspending withdrawals, and even some of them are filing for bankruptcy. So if prices continue at these levels for a very long time, it just means that, these platforms are going to continue to struggle to survive. And if it's extended for over a year, I don't think these companies are going to survive in the long run. So yes, more layoffs are expected to come.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about stablecoin issuer Tether and this partnership with BDO Italia. What's on the table for these two companies? For all those that don't know, what is a stablecoin, by the way? Let's start with that. I'll give you a brief definition of that.
All right, to put it simply, stablecoin is a cryptocurrency asset that is pegged or tied to another asset, such as a currency, commodity, or any other financial instrument. So, for example, Tether in question is a US dollar-backed stablecoin that is pegged one-to-one to the US dollar. So for every 1 unit of Tether that is in existence, there is a corresponding US dollar that is backing it. So yeah, that's the definition of the stablecoin.
So based on that definition, explain this alliance between Tether and BDO Italia. How will it work?
Well, I would like to say that this alliance is very, very important. BDO is actually one of the top 5 accounting firms in the world, and they're going to help Tether with doing issue assurances and also attestation reports of their reserves, which, as everybody knows in the cryptocurrency space, Tether's reserve has always been a call to question because people do not trust it. And the reason why those trusts don't come into play is because they've been doing the attestation from 2 accounting firms, which is the Cayman Islands, which is in More Cayman and MHA Cayman. I'm not so sure of the name, but those 2 accounting firms aren't necessarily known. And of course, they're in the Cayman Islands. So a lot of people are very, very skeptical about these companies and their attestations that are given about data. But, BDO, when you have a firm like BDO issuing quarterly attestations for Tether, and also Tether saying that they plan on giving even monthly attestations to their reserves, it leaves that level of comfort for everybody in the cryptocurrency space, especially, the fact that Tether's reserves have been in question for a very, very long time. For over 3 to 4 years, a lot of people have been doubting the fact that Tether actually has the reserves backing the stablecoin issuance. So yeah, I think it's a very, very good alliance that Tether will definitely benefit from. And the entire cryptocurrency space will have their minds at rest because Tether is literally the biggest, stablecoin in the cryptocurrency space today.
Do you think this will improve confidence in Tether as a stablecoin, as a form of stablecoin?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said before, the development will boost investors' confidence, number one. Last year we saw the New York Attorney General fine Tether by $18 million, and they admitted to no wrongdoing. So a lot of people were skeptical. Why are you being fined if you're innocent? And the reason why that fine came into place was because of the whole contest of whether or not, they were fully backed or not. So it brings to question, hey, why are you being fined if you're actually innocent? Why aren't you defending yourself and showing your results to the US Attorney General, right? So moving beyond that, we saw the Bloomberg article basically titled, "Where is Tether's billions?" Bloomberg literally more or less saying that Tether does not have the money, in that the money that they are claiming that is in circulation, in the cryptocurrency market today. And, those bone of contention have actually put a very, very big dent on Tether's reputation in the cryptocurrency market. So a lot of people don't believe in Tether. And, because of that, and also because of the issue we saw with Luna, we saw Tether's redemptions go as high as $10 billion in May, meaning Tether for the first time ever reduced their market capitalization, meaning they reduced the amount of Tether in circulation by $10 billion in May. That was after what happened with the Ethereum Luna's and UST programmable stablecoin experiment, that crash. So, when we have this kind of attestations from BDO, it would keep investors' confidence and everybody will more or less believe that yes, and truly, Tether is pegged one-to-one to the US dollar. And, that is very, very important.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for coming to the Ajibola Akanmo investment analyst at Nairametrics. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of the weekend.